Alrighty, folks, welcome back here with another weekly video with Back to Divinity. In light of last week's video on cleansing energy, we're going to be focusing today specifically on cutting cords. These are energetic cords, right? It's important that when we're cleansing energy with this shift that's undergoing as we're stepping into the new, right? You want to make space for it. You want to make sure that you're not self-sabotaging. I've mentioned that before. And a lot of our old scarring and wounding could be sort of penetrating through to the new beginning. And right now, let's say the universe is helping and assist with a filter. As you're moving through this filter, right, you want to leave all of the baggage and the gunk on the other side of the filter. And so allow for that to happen. And the best way to do that is to actively be assisting in this energetic cleansing, specifically with cutting energetic cords. So let's talk about it. You could have cord attachments to anyone and anything. It could be to a certain mindset. It could be to a certain type of job environment or place. It can be to a certain type of view in which you sort of view the world. It could be with a certain person, right? Having an energetic cord with a family member, a close friend, or even a partner, right? We are moving through the world with our energetic field and it's interacting with others. And as that is happening, sometimes we are forming attachments, meaning they are heavily impacting your energy and vice versa. And sometimes not always for the positive, right? And that filter is helping us see clearly what needs to be let go of. And so we want to push past any illusions at this time. And this filter is allowing for that to happen. So let's talk about it. Cutting cords. Meditation is a big part and can play a really big role in cutting cords. Meditating allows for you to ground yourself in stillness and therefore focus solely into your energetic field, into your aura, right? And vibing at that energy. Then you want to allow for yourself to release any emotions connected to it. You can do guided meditations online, or you could just sit there in stillness with frequencies playing in the background if that's helpful, just to allow for yourself through that grounding process to release anything that is feeling heavy on you, right? Then you want to call in the ability to remove illusions and rose-colored lenses. Allow for yourself to see clearly, right? Start to vibe and really tap into that third eye and that crown chakra energy so that you can see clearly what possibly isn't so clear in the 3D, right? Then you also want to visualize a cord between you and the other person, or you and the other thing, or you and that mindset, and you want to envision yourself cutting it. Once you cut it, you want to envision yourself turning around and walking away from that cord and that thing, person, place, right? And as you're walking away, I urge you not to look back and completely find yourself in a different auric energy, right? In a different field. It's very important that this visualization is taking place so that you can see yourself in the 5D doing that cord cutting. That really helps the subconscious know that now you no longer want to attach to that person, place, or thing, right? And sometimes that needs to happen several times, right? Sometimes you need to do that a couple of times if you find yourself feeling like there are many attachments that you need to work through. It's not a one and done process, and that is okay. Again, we are moving through the filter, right? Then it's affirmations and prayers. I mentioned this in last week's video, right? Power of words and the power of your voice. Remember, this is the throat chakra, right? What you're saying. You can use affirmations throughout each chakras. A lot of people tend to do the root chakra affirmations, which is I am. And so you can do I am affirmations to help take root, and then you can start to move through the chakras and do more affirmations. I probably will release a video on that at some point, right? So allow for yourself to call your energy back to yourself, right? I am operating within my own energy, right? I am no longer connected to what no longer serves me. Any mindset that doesn't uplift where I'm trying to go is now out of my auric energy and out of my field, right? Any person, place, or thing that is attached to me at this time will now be severed, right? From my energetic field. Those are the types of affirmations that you want to call in. Any sort of prayer that works for you, whatever you feel like you need in that moment to clear your energy out, do so and say so, right? And then the other thing is journaling. I definitely recommend journaling. Release emotions that make you feel heavy. In order for you to really ground in stillness and affirm, you want to release the parts of you that are gunky and weighing you down. Journaling can be a supportive thing in that process, right? Reflecting on how this cord was even formed in the first place, right? What's the root of this cord? What allowed for this attachment to grow so intensely? And how is it that I can now think about ways of letting it go, right? How has that cord really infiltrated into the ways in which I think and view the world, into the ways in which I approach my day to day? How has this cord infiltrated and impacted me up until this point? What are the things that I want to take with me? And what is it that I want to let go of when I think about this cord's influence? And release any emotion connected to it. Sometimes it's a grieving process to grieve that cord. No matter how much it probably hurt you or weighed you down, it's still a process of letting go and grieving. And so allow for yourself to go through that as well. Lastly, you want to use the elements. I kind of mentioned this last week. Use earth. Earth has its resources and tools to help you move through this flow, right? Move through this filter. Allow for yourself to release, right? I kept on saying purge, detox, cleanse, purify, right? It's all a part of the process, grieving included, right? And so allow for yourself to use the elements, fire, water, earth, and air. If you need advice on how to use those, last week's videos kind of dives into examples of the elements to help you, cleanse any energetic things that just no longer serve you. But cord cutting is a little bit more specific, and you can be very intentional through using these elements to the best of your ability, right? To make space for what it is that you want and to let go of what it is that you no longer want, right? And so folks, this is the perfect time to be diving into cord cutting, to be diving into protection rituals, to be diving into cleansing rituals, right? These are all things that are helpful at this time. Not only is that just regularly spring cleaning energy, right? As we're going from winter into spring, but it's also just the perfect time to be doing this with all the planetary energy in the sky and the energetic collective shift that is going on. So dive into it, move with the collective, right? Move and co-create with the universe. And right now the universe is asking you to really let go of any limiting things in your life, whether that is a belief, right? Whether that is a relationship, or whether that is just your connection to an environment. Now is the time to let it go. Alrighty, folks, thank you so much for tapping in and listening. Please share with others at this time who could use assistance with cord cutting or just cleansing energy. I probably will link last week's video at the end of this video, right? So you can also look into that one if you ever need any further guidance on this process. Alrighty, folks, thank you so much and good luck with the cord cutting. Bye.